Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a try-on video on the new Morphe times James Charles palette. I did get this in the mail Saturday, I believe, and today is Monday. I haven't used it yet and I haven't played with it. I haven't swatched anything yet. I just want to do a try-on video, first impressions video with you guys and see how this turns out for me. Yeah, if you guys want to see my first impressions trying this palette out, just continue watching. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I do upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out. And then I do want to quickly mention that I do have an international holiday giveaway, so if you guys are interested in entering that, it will be linked down below. So now let's go ahead and jump right into this first impressions. What the palette looks like. You can't really see again. It just says Morphe times James Charles in this picture right there, and in the back it just says, "Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my palette. I love glam, but I also have a huge passion for crazy colorful outside of the box makeup, and I created this palette with that in mind. I included every beautifully formulated shade necessary to create literally any look you could possibly imagine. I can't wait to see what you come up with when you unleash your inner artist, James Charles." And yeah, I've only opened this to see the inside because I couldn't wait, but again, I haven't swatched anything. This palette comes with bubble wrap, which all of their Morphe palettes do. And at first I thought this palette was going to be like plastic, but it's actually cardboard. It's the same as like the 39A and also the Jaclyn Hill palette, how it's like a big palette but it's cardboard. And then you do get a magnetic closure, and here are all the shades in here. How beautiful is this palette? I'm like already gravitated towards these shades over here and like these colors over here. So I've been wanting to do like a rainbow. I do like orangey and reds on one eye, and then like on the other I do like blues and greens, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing that today. So I'm gonna prime my eyelids. James did mention that priming your lids with an eyeshadow primer is best than using a concealer. A lot of these shadows are pressed pigments, I guess. They're not actual like shadow. And I've seen a lot of people like pressing on the color onto their lids instead of like applying and like kind of blending it out. I do that technique of applying and blending out and adding to the color. I don't usually pack on the color to my lids just because I've tried it before, but it's just different for me. It's not a technique that I do, but I have seen a lot of people, especially UK makeup artists, do the whole packing and kind of blending the edges out a little bit. But again, I'm not comfortable with that. I think I just need to practice it a little more to be comfortable with that. But I'm going to try my technique, and if it doesn't work, then I will do the packing technique. I'm going to take the shade called Canvas, and it's the first top wearable color on this palette, and just set this primer. I usually set the primer. The only time I don't really set my primer is when I'm using like a stick concealer, just because I feel like it's a little more drier. So I think what I'm going to do is do like light, maybe I'll do yellow, orange, and red, kind of to try to have, I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm just going to take the shade called B, which is the yellow in this palette. And again, I'm just going to do my technique first and see if it works for me. Packing it and trying to blend it, but I am using a fluffy brush, so it's kind of going to hopefully diffuse it a little bit for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it all. I don't have no idea what I'm doing, so next up I'm gonna take the shade called Rusted, and it's like a pinky salmon color, and just apply it right next to the yellow there. And then I'm gonna take the shade under there, which is called You're Kidding, and apply it on this side. I'm taking more of You're Kidding, and I'm just packing it a little more on the crease. I kind of went over Rusted, so you can't really see that color, but it kind of looked the same. I kind of feel like I need a more precise brush. So I'm going to take my Coastal Scents Classic blending brush and just kind of clean off whatever was on there. And go in with You're Kidding again. and just applying it and blending out. I'm gonna go in with my fluffy brush again and kind of clean it off and go in with B and kind of blend. I'm gonna apply it to the edges. And going in with the same brush and going in with Love That, which is like a fuchsia color, and applying more in the crease. I'm not dipping my brush in it really heavily. I'm kind of just dipping really lightly, and there's some kickback, but I feel like it's blending out pretty nicely. I'm not having any issues so far. And I think for the outer corners, I'm going to go in with the purple, which is called Escape. And I'm going to take this brush. This is a Morphe brush. This came in a set. It doesn't have a number or anything, but I feel like this is pretty close to the new brush that he came out with, which is the M456 brush. I wanted to purchase that brush, but it's out of stock. I don't know if he's selling his brushes individually or not, but it said it was out of stock. But I feel like this is kind of like the same size as that. So I'm going to go ahead with, again, Escape, which is the purple, and apply it to my outer corners. And I feel like people were having issues with this color. Every time I was like watching a review on this palette, it just felt like it wasn't a color that you could really blend in and apply. It felt like you needed to pack it on. But I feel like the color is applying pretty well, and it's packing on well as well. I don't really see any fallout on my face yet, so that's good. I'm really trying to be careful again since my foundation is done. I'm really liking the results so far of this eye look. It's colorful, different. I had no idea what I was doing, and I felt like I was kind of all over the place adding color, but I like it so far. So I went ahead and cut my crease off of camera. I do want to add one more shade out here, and I kind of want to go in with the green color that's in here. So I'm going to take this shade called Daddy, and I'm just going to apply this like on the edges over here by the purple. And then the inside, I think I'm just going to pack on the white that's in this palette, which is called Flashback. And I think the last thing I'm going to do for this eye is go in with canvas again and just highlight my brow bone here. And yeah, I think I'm going to do what I did on this eye to this eye and probably apply some liner and lashes, and I'll come back and do the bottom lash line with you guys. So for lashes, I just took the Tati lashes in the style TL10, and I did apply some liner in my waterline, in my lower and upper waterline. So now we're going to take a pencil brush. I'm going to go in with the purple, which is called Escape. And I'm just going to apply this really close to my lash line. And then I think I'm going to smoke it out with the green. Kind of bring the two lid colors down to the bottom. Hopefully I don't regret this decision. Ooh, it looks kind of cool. So I did apply mascara to my lower lashes already, but I think I'm going to go in with the white, the Flashback shade, and just apply it in my inner corners. I was seeing reviews and it looked like this wasn't like white, opaque white. It was just like translucent. So yeah, it's not like packing on really opaque like on my lid, because I did apply like a white concealer base. So I feel like that's why it's kind of more opaque on the lid than it is on the inner corners. But still, I think it does a pretty good job with kind of brightening the inner corners and stuff. I'm just going to apply what's on here, which is this Musk lipstick by Bite Beauty. So this is the final look using the James Charles palette. I do want to kind of mention that there is kind of some kickback on the purple and also the green shade that I used, but on my face I don't see any kickback at all, like fallout I mean. I feel like this eye look is very, very beautiful, and first impressions, like first time trying it, I feel like it's a really nice palette. It's pretty pigmented, as you could see, like a little bit goes a long way. I still would recommend you guys doing your eyeshadow first before doing your foundation. So just by using these shadows on my brushes, they look like they're very, very pigmented. Pigment shadows usually tend to be more pigmented than actual shadows. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of 39 that we did get in this palette. And I didn't have any issue with pigmentation or anything like that. Even the purple shade I thought I was going to have issues with just like packing it on, but I don't really see like I have issues with it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of this look? It's kind of different, right? I don't know. I like it. It's different again. Overall, I do like this palette. First impressions is thumbs up. I did kind of feel like a little overwhelmed at first, like what am I going to create with this palette, just because there's a whole bunch of colors in this palette to pick from. I just kind of felt a little overwhelmed. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but at the end of the day, you guys saw on my intro that I was like doing yellow in here and then an orange rusted and then your kidding over here, and then I ended up just blending it all together and it just ended up working out. The way I do it, blending and applying worked. All the reviews I've seen is people like packing it on and blending like the edges out, and that works for them as well. So I feel like my technique with the shades that I use works applying them to my lids again. I don't feel like you need to pack it on. And I also didn't think I had any issues with like pigmentation or anything like that while applying the shadows on my eyelids. With the eyeshadow primer, I never really, again, prime my eyelids with concealer, so I'm not sure how that'll work out. I've seen reviews that using concealer, it doesn't work out very well for them, and I've seen reviews that it does work out, so I guess it just depends. I'm not sure. Again, I did use an eyeshadow primer and everything worked out pretty well for me. So overall, I do like this palette. I would recommend this palette. I do feel like I unleashed my inner artist. I had a vision in mind when I started, and I was kind of all over the place when I started with this palette, but I feel like the end result is very beautiful, very vibrant. I don't know, I feel like it's a little out of my comfort zone because I don't wear color like this like all the time. I do wear color, but I don't wear like rainbow eyes every single day. But again, I do like the look I ended up creating with this palette. So I would definitely recommend you guys picking this up to help you guys unleash your inner artist. Let me know down below if you picked up the palette. What are your thoughts? What do you think of it? What are your thoughts of just seeing them through YouTube videos and you didn't pick it up, and what are your thoughts? Yeah, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you all in my next video. Bye!